What's up, you guys? I am back. I just wanted to holler at y'all real quick about a couple of things. This morning I was watching the morning show on CBS, which I normally don't watch. It's just something about that particular morning show that kind of irks me. But I normally watch NBC in the morning, the Today Show on there, whenever I'm trying to get my kids ready for school, get myself ready for work, and all that good stuff. But anyway, I had turned to CBS for some reason or whatever. I guess it was commercial on the other one. But I turned to CBS, and Gayle was on there about to talk to the Russell Simmons accuser. So I was like, damn. So Oprah done stepped down from the documentary because of all the heat she was getting for only going after black men, but she put her best friend up to pick up where she left off and do her dirty work for her. And I peeked Gayle when she pulled that stunt with R. Kelly. And no, that does not make me condone in what R. Kelly did with dating those young ladies, those very young ladies. But I didn't condone in Hugh Hefner doing it either. So let's be clear on that. So anyway, I peeped her stunt. Then I was like, yeah, Gayle's trying to get a come up. And then she got some type of promotion or a new contract or something shortly thereafter. So her and Oprah, they have an MO or whatever you call it. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? So peep those type of females and peep the females that are co-signing them. Lord, this sun is crazy right now. But, watch out for the females that co-sign that stuff, because those are the same ones that will throw you under the bus when it benefits them. Those are the same females that will go to the child support office and say that you never took care of your child when you've been giving them money the whole time. You got to watch out for these types of females. So on that same note, we're going to talk about Loni Love right quick. Loni Love, that shit wasn't cool. You can't sit here and throw a whole race of men under the bus just because you've made bad dating choices in your life. Men and women make choices in their relationships off of reasons that don't have anything to do with their race. I say that to say black men, black women, white women, other races, they cheat for other reasons than what their DNA has. I mean, for instance, maybe the men just weren't happy with you. Maybe you were dating men that just weren't ready to settle down and they just enjoyed sleeping with different women. I don't know, but you can't sit here and throw all black men under the bus just because you made bad choices in your life. And you can't sit here and say that even though it's true that slavery did break up, the family and all of that stuff, you can't sit here and use that to justify your narrative of throwing black men under the bus. That's foul. I mean, that's really foul. I mean, there are issues that we are dealing with to this day because of slavery, and your bad dating choices are not one of those issues. So, not cool. And while you're sitting here putting white men on a pedestal, throwing black men under the bus, your white man has not even introduced you to his kids, from what I understand. And haven't y'all been dating over a year? And don't y'all live in the same vicinity? So evidently, he don't even want his family to deal with you. So what does that say about you in general? So, homegirl, that shit was just foul. It's no way to put it other than you are just wrong for that shit. So, anyway, I talked about Oprah and Gayle and Loni Love. Oh, presidential candidates. I think they just had a debate either last night or the night before last. I'm gonna tell y'all like this. The only way a presidential candidate, Democratic, Republican, whatever, can get my attention is if they talk about two issues. The first is tangibles for foundational black Americans or American descendants of African slaves, however you want to word it. Unless they are talking about some tangibles for black folks, I don't want to hear anything they have to say. Or unless they are talking about student loan debt forgiveness for any and all Americans who have been adversely affected by student loan debt, in the regard that it would cause them an undue hardship to pay it back. A lot of people who got student loan debt signed up when they were too young to understand what they were getting themselves into. They were too young to understand the magnitude of the hardship that it would place on them. A lot of them believed that they would be pretty much guaranteed to get a job that would allow them to pay it back. Myself, I got my student loans as an adult, and I believe that I was going to be able to work in my chosen field, which is a social service type field, and that I would be able to get them forgiven after a certain amount of time. I have now found out that one, it's very hard to get a job in your field, especially that field in my location. And two, that, the amount of people that have actually had their student loans forgiven because of these particular programs is very few. So again, I am wanting to hear something about a Black agenda for foundational Black Americans, or American descendants of African slaves, or whatever you want to call it. And I want to hear something about student loan debt forgiveness. Those are the only two things that's going to get my attention, if you want to know the truth. Also, let me look at my notes. I saw something about Meghan and Harry, and they said they removed their wax sculptures from the royal family. Like, who gives a damn? You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of monetary gain are they getting from a wax sculpture being there? What is that doing for them? Like, who give a damn? Y'all worried about the wrong shit. And they said that they trademarked the name Sussex Royals. And if Meghan comes out with some type of clothing that's affordable, I wouldn't mind, getting a piece. I like her style. She has a classic style, not too much, just right. As far as, the look that an adult woman would want to, have and present herself with, you know what I'm saying? So I check her stuff out, you know what I'm saying? If it's affordable. And the last thing I wanted to talk about, rest in peace to our brother Joshua Brown. I mentioned him in my last video when I was talking about the Botham jeans situation. I just want to share this with you guys, and not for any type of clout chasing or any type of trying to make myself look like some type of saint, for lack of a better word. But I just want to share this for a reason. When I checked my mail yesterday, I had a card in the mail, and I didn't recognize where it was coming from. And when I opened it up, it was a thank you card from the family of Joshua Brown. I sent a sympathy card because I saw on social media where they had an address that if you would like to attend the service or send cards or flowers or wherever where you could send it. So I went to the store and I got a sympathy card and I sent it. The reason that I'm bringing this up is because a lot of times when we see things on the news and on the internet where brothers and sisters have been killed, a lot of times we feel powerless. We feel like there's nothing we can do. We feel like we want to help, but we don't know what to do. We may not have the power. We may not have the means. So I just wanted to say that if there's an address where you can send a card that you found on social media, send a card. Comforting someone who has lost a loved one can go a long way. Comfort is one of the basic human needs, one of the basic emotional human needs. And if we can at least let our brothers and sisters know, hey, we're here for you. We acknowledge you. We acknowledge your pain. We don't like what's going on and what has happened to you, and we support you. We may not have the means to make it all better, but we want you to know that we are here and we're in your corner. That goes a long way. So like I said, if something happens and you want to do something, send a card, let them know that you're there for them. And I'm going to cut this short because I got to run in the credit union before I go pick my kids up and run my errands. Then I got to go to work for a little while. But I just wanted to touch bases with you guys on those subjects. Please excuse my nervousness and my trying to get better at this because I am still fairly new, and it's been a minute since I've uploaded. So anyways, much love and respect to you guys, and shout out to my 5150 fam on Facebook. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the roasting. I appreciate the constructive criticism. I appreciate all of that. I appreciate you guys sharing my videos. And to the young lady that respectfully disagreed with me on the R. Kelly thing earlier, shout out to you too. I do respect your opinion, and I understand where you're coming from. I just don't like how sometimes they don't want us to use common sense with that situation. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to go into all that today because I'm here at the credit union and I got to go. But I love you guys. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the constructive criticism. I can use it all. Peace out.